What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cameron coming at you with this video. This video is late. I meant to do it over the weekend, but I went and did a couple things over the weekend, as you saw, and I just didn't get it done. I went to the Rays game, as you saw, this past Saturday, where they completely humiliated themselves, and they humiliated themselves last night against the bottom feeders of the AL East. Which, I mean, I'm just pretty much to the point with the Rays now to just let it go. This year is pretty much done with this, unless they can make some sort of drastic turnaround and drastic climb up the wild card standings. So Boston's pretty much going to run away with the AL East. The Yankees are pretty much, if they can stay consistent, they'll stay in the wild card spot. And the Rays, they're just going to stay there near the bottom with maybe a 500 record to finish the season with. I don't expect them to do what I thought they were going to probably do. I thought leading up to the All-Star break, I thought this, and a little bit after, a couple series afterwards, I thought this team was dangerous. I thought they were going to go, make a surprise, a little run, maybe to the pennant race, but that's it. And, excuse me. I just don't like the turn that they took with the last month. Their offense has been lackluster and just pitiful the last month. But moving on to another topic, I should have talked about this over the weekend, but it just didn't happen. And with tonight being Hard Knocks, it made me think about it. So I decided I'm going to do my review of the game against the Bengals this weekend. Couple things I liked. I liked the way the offense came out and drove 92 yards. Couple things I didn't like. The fact we could not do anything in the red zone. Those two play calls on, I think it was second and third down, inside the red zone. Anyways, they used the same play calls inside the 5-yard line that I did not like. I should take that back. The first time that they called it was okay. The back over the shoulder to Evans on the first play. That was just a bad throw by Winston. And that's something he has to work on. And, these guys are 6 months out of game shape. I don't expect everything to click on the spot, but those are definitely things they need to work on. And that second one, they're going right back to it. The same play, the next play. I didn't like that play call. You have so much power on the front line, and you have a guy like Jacquizz Rodgers where you could just pound that sumbitch in. Jameis Winston, he perfects the bootleg. He has a strong arm. He could throw it in tight spaces. You don't always have to go to Evans. I understand that he has the height advantage. I understand that he has the vertical, but you have other guys in there that are capable of making big plays in small areas. So definitely something Coach Cutter should look out for, and definitely something he needs to address in the red zone offense. Our red zone offense was bad overall during so far in camp, so it doesn't surprise me that they're doing terrible in actual game time situations, and that's something that needs to be fixed. You win games in the red zone, and that's something that we need to fix. I did like how Jameis Winston came out throwing the ball. I liked what he did as far as who his choices were. We didn't get much of Deshaun Jackson or O.J. Howard, but they were there's plenty of that to come. I thought the running backs ran well. I thought the offensive line did well. Let's jump to the defense. The secondary. All the secondary past Grimes, who didn't play, past Hargraves, past Tandy or Conti, or everybody past the first team defense was awful. Nobody in that backup secondary could cover. Nobody in that backup linebacker squad could tackle, and everybody on the defensive line the other night was horrible. They couldn't stop the run. Cincinnati threw all their running backs at our defense in all strings, and we couldn't stop a single one of them. Jeff Driscoll managed to do some sort of fake play that faked the entire stadium and scored an 18-yard running touchdown. We could have stopped him if we had some decency in the tackling department. Our tackling the other night was piss poor. Our defense in general the other night was piss poor, with the exception of Vernon Hargraves. I thought he balled. He made a lot of good plays, including the pick. So, I guess there's a lot of work that needs to be done with the defense. Special teams. Um, Roberto Aguayo, he missed. I mean, everybody knows the news with him. He was cut Sunday, the day after the game. No, 2 days after. No, Saturday, the day after the game, Saturday. He was cut. Of course, when you are given so many opportunities throughout the season to redeem yourself, and you're an inconsistent kicker throughout the season, you got the rookie pass, you got the rookie free pass, and we brought in a guy for competition, and he was able to nail a 45-yard field goal down the middle. You can't make an extra point, which is 33 yards, and you missed. I want to say it was inside the 40 range as well with your second kick later on in the game. You can't. I mean, it sucks. I pulled for him to go. I pulled for him to last, but you can't be a professional kicker and be somebody who's relied on and not like. And you can't be in the professional league and not be relied on. I hope that makes sense. Roberto Aguayo has been given time and time and time and time and time and time again to redeem himself, to focus and get his act together, get whatever is up here straight. He's been given all training camp last year, all season last year, all training camp this year, and Coach Cutter lost his patience, and I don't blame him. That decision had to be made. So I mean, I wish the best to Roberto. Y'all know that. I mean, I love my Georgia Bulldogs, but I grew up watching the Garnet and Gold. So I supported the pick with Roberto. I still support Florida State. I get a lot of heat for that, but I really don't care. But this was something that had to be made. It had to be. It had to be. Decided on that. You know what? This guy is just not doing it, and he's gonna continue to struggle. Well, then he needs to find somewhere else, and he did already. Chicago, of all places, signed him. So at least he'll have a good buddy there in Mike Glennon, who's also did horrible his first start out there. Which I also wish the best of Glennon too. I saw a lot of potential in him when he was here. If he was just able to better himself in the pocket, I think Glennon would have lasted. Of course, we wanted to keep him as a backup, but I guess that didn't work out. But anyways, that's beside the point. There's still a lot of stuff this Bucs team needs to fix, and I'm not freaking out yet. There's a lot of preseason left to play. There's a lot of games left to be played. Now, if they start playing like that and not being able to finish drives, not being able to stop the run, or somebody on defense is slacking, if they're doing that by the third week, then I'm going to have a little bit of panic in me. Because, that's just no bueno. This team's supposed to be primo. So, like I said, I'm not freaking out yet. But like I said, if we start playing like this in, say, a week or two, then I might be a little worried. But, it's only the preseason. You can't worry too much. If they start playing like this 3-4 games into the year, then that's something to start worrying about. But we'll see. Like I said, and I say that a lot, lots of football left to be played in the preseason for them to get their stuff together before leading up to Week 1 against Miami, which I'll be in the building for. Hopefully they can get stuff fixed for the Jacksonville game and the Cleveland game. I don't expect much at the Washington game. That's probably just going to be a game to go to because I have a free ticket to it. Season ticket holders. That's it. Not much to say. Hard Knocks tonight. I heard it's supposed to be a dramatic one with it being the episode that had all the coverage, all the behind scenes of the game, and the whole bringing Aguayo in to the office and cutting him, and cutting him. Yeah, I thought that sounded weird when I said it. And apparently Miko Grimes is supposed to be in that episode a lot. I want to strangle that woman. All right, guys. So with that being said, I'll let you go, and go Bucs.